Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for being part of my journey. I'm really thankful to you. You have been motivating me to write more, do more, shoot more, and come back to you with more desirable and diversified topics. Today I'm going to talk about India as a story. India inarguably is the best it has ever been. And I'm going to take you through the journey as to what has changed in the country in past 30, 40, 50, 16, 70 years. तो दोस्तों अब जो मैं आगे आपको इंडिया स्टोरी के बारे में जो बात करने वाला हूँ वो पीपीटी के माध्यम से है, तो मेरे साथ बने रहिएगा. I will take you through the slides that we have prepared and it will give you a very good idea about where India stands at this point of time.
So guys, let's begin. Look at this data. India is right now the fifth largest economy. पांचवी दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी है. तकरीबन $3.2 trillion हमारी GDP है. You know, India has come a long way. Where the first $1 trillion of GDP came in 60 years, another 2.2 trillion just came in 15 years. We are slowly inching up. आप देखिए हम धीरे धीरे कैसे ऊपर बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. You know, India GDP growth rate fell more than the world during the COVID time. US, China से भी ज्यादा. But आप देखिए हमारी रिकवरी कितनी ज्यादा और अच्छी हुई है. ये नीली लाइन उसको दर्शाती है. आप ये देखिए एनुअल जीडीपी ग्रोथ रेट ऑफ इंडिया ऑलरेडी चाइना को सरपास कर चुकी है. एंड वी आर द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमीज इन द वर्ल्ड. You know, the benefit of economic growth leads to higher income, reduced poverty, better facilities, and improved quality of life. Now look at this Indian stock market. Indian stock market Nifty 50 जिसमें 50 stocks हैं National Stock Exchange के. It has compounded at 11.3% per annum at a CAGR since year 2000, since 2022. आप इसको कंपैरेटिवली देखेंगे यूएस के S&P 500 से, तो यूएस के S&P 500 डॉलर टर्म्स ने तकरीबन 4.5% रिटर्न दिया है और निफ्टी 50 ने डॉलर टर्म्स में 8.24% रिटर्न दिया है, ऑलमोस्ट डबल. आप ये देखिए MSCI मॉर्गन स्टैनली कैपिटल इंटरनेशनल, उसका अगर आप इन्वेस्टमेंट रिसर्च फर्म का जो आप रिपोर्ट देखेंगे तो ये पाएंगे दैट इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट हैज डन ट्रिमेंडसली वेल. I mean, आप ये देखिए, it is one of the best performing in a 3-year CAGR return basis in US term compared to so many other economies. आप ये देखिए, market cap to GDP is slowly and gradually 1x के comparison में थी जो 2007-8 के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई थी. बट अभी ये जितनी मार्केट कैप है उतनी ही लगभग जीडीपी है, विच ब्रिंग्स इन इंडिया एट अ वेरी कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन. ये स्लाइड दर्शाती है हाउ गवर्नमेंट इज मैनेजिंग फाइनेंसेस. फिस्कल डेफिसिट बेसिकली इस चीज को दर्शाता है जिसमें टोटल रेवेन्यू और एक्सपेंडिचर का डिफरेंस बताया जाता है. Fiscal deficit is one of the very key number. We used to run very high fiscal deficit for quite some time. But last 10 to 15 years, we have focused ourselves to monitor it. Government has got Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act, जिसे हम FRBM Act बोलते हैं. Moderate fiscal deficit is like now is considered good for the economy. Now look at this, you know, how the world has handled COVID crisis. The US, European countries distributed a lot of cash. COVID के time पे बहुत बड़ा फिस्कल स्टिमुलस दिए गए, पर इंडिया ने अपने फिस्कल स्टिमुलस को बहुत कम रखा, ओनली एट 4.1%. एंड सी वेयर आर वी स्टैंडिंग. वी आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट मार्केट्स इन द वर्ल्ड एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आप इन्फ्लेशन रेट देखिए, यूएस का इन्फ्लेशन रेट का जो स्प्रेड है वो इंडिया का अभी तक का सबसे कम है. द यूरो एरिया एंड द यूएस इज कंटिन्यूअस इंक्रीज इन इन्फ्लेशन, whereas India's inflation didn't reach the long-term average. For a long period of time, India has substantial higher inflation than US, but only during current times of the the spread has considerably gone down. Central government debt to GDP, this is very significant because it implies how capable a country is paying its debt. And हमारा जो ये central debt, government debt with GDP है, उसका percentage is very much in control. Lower the ratio, healthier it is for the economy. Look at the foreign direct inflows. We are getting robust inflows year on year. We are getting $60 billion in last year, which is like net of remittances at one of the best ever. Look at the foreign exchange, except for the COVID period that reduced the foreign exchange to post-COVID period, I'm sorry, which reduced the forex for some time because of the Ukraine crisis, because of the rising crude oil. But if you see, we are almost like the fifth, sixth largest forex reserves in the world, and it is growing. What has basically enabled this? If you look at it, India, if you look at it, targeted the inflation. You look at the Reserve Bank of India is targeting inflation through Parliament. Parliament ने उसको 4% +2 -2 का एक target दिया हुआ है, and उसको ये monitor करते हुए चल रही है. You look at NPA cleanup, the kind of cleanups that NPA after 2014-15, the government of India came very heavy down on the banks and said that you are not going to lend unnecessarily, and please jo bhi NPAs hain usko clean up kariye. So everything of that is now behind us. Look at this, the GST collections that have increased in past few years since to August 2017, and I think we are just continuously rising. Look at the corporate tax to GDP rate. We are like 1980s used to be like 60%, and look at this now at this point of time. India is at 25%, which makes it very, very attractive to the world. Look at the retail contribution that is coming through, the SIP contributions that are coming in. Every month we are hitting close to about 12 to 13,000 crores. And this retail money is basically coming into Indian equity markets. And इसी की वजह से आप देखेंगे कि FI का इतना फ्लो निकलता जा रहा है, उसके बावजूद भी इंडियन मार्केट्स करेक्ट नहीं हुए. Look at the number of demat accounts that have got opened. आप 2022 अगस्त तक, particularly in that particular year, we've almost crossed about 10 crores of demat account, which is like a very, very good number. Look at the, ये बहुत considerable है. 1982 के अंदर US allowed the retirement funds, the 401k funds to come in India. ये figure बहुत commendable है. The retirement funds coming into equity markets. Let me take you back to 1982 when US allowed 401k money to come into equity markets. And actually it had a 20-year bull run, and in 2015-16, we started getting the EPFO money, the NPS money into equities, and look at this, where have we reached? And the increase in stock market is just continuous post that. There are other reforms like land acquisition, labor laws, production-linked incentive schemes, there are direct benefit transfers. Look at financialization of savings. As I talked about SIP, I talked about EPFO money. Look at focus of Make in India and infrastructure. If you look at it, हमने इंडिपेंडेंस से लेकर के ईयर 2015 तक 77,000 किलोमीटर्स ऐड किए नेशनल हाईवे में, और पिछले 8 साल में और अगले FY25 तक हम लोग 85,000 किलोमीटर्स ऑलरेडी ऐड कर देंगे. दिस इज रिमार्केबल. रेल ट्रैक्स हमने सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस 65 साल के अंदर 10,000 किलोमीटर्स ऐड किया, और पिछले 8 साल में और आगे आने वाले 2 साल में हम 63,000 ऐड कर लेंगे. सेम इज द केस विद पोर्ट कैपेसिटी. सो वी आर कंसिडरेबली इंक्रीजिंग आवर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर spending. Power generation, it has grown at 7% per annum. Total power generation is consistently is on the rise since past 20 years. Look at the share of renewable energy. आप 2015-16 में थोड़ा सा डिप देख रहे हैं because यहाँ पे कोल का प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो गया था, बट आप ईयर ऑन ईयर देखिए the share in renewable energy has consistently increased and it is at 39% at this point of time. So these are the few things, and उसके अलावा there's a stable politics at the center, political party at the center. The government is in majority, which gives a lot of confidence to the foreign investors, the FPIs and the FIIs. So, guys, what is this leading to? Uh, our foreign trade is rising. Our international trade allows countries to expand their markets and access goods and services that otherwise may not have been available domestically. As a result, international trade, the market is more competitive. Uh, look at the rising exports that we are seeing at this point of time. We are consistently rising. Look at the corporate profit to GDP. It took a dip during the COVID time, but now it has started to increase big time. It has come, the corporate profits are coming back. Look at corporate debt to GDP. Some of the developed economies are 200% of the GDP, the corporate debt. But if we look at ours is at a comfort factor of about 49-50%. Look at the credit growth. It is returning. It is coming back. Guys, apart from that, there are few other things that India is running at this point of time. Digitalization, which is like India Stack. Apart from Aadhaar based verifications, DigiLocker, e-sign, UPI, digital KYC, etc., India ranks one of the best in terms of the digital enablers. Over and above this health stack, this is over and above the health stack, e-commerce stack, and account aggregator stack. Look at how services offshoring has helped India. The work from home culture post COVID is helping. Why someone should sit in California or maybe in an expensive place where real estate is expensive and work from there? They can actually outsource in businesses to India. There's a deglobalization. We were over dependent on few economies, few countries, especially China, and manufacturing only at one place. So the world post COVID has realized that this was not right, and now they're moving out. Now the money and the businesses and the manufacturing is flowing to India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines. So this is actually helping us. And look at the demographic. The world is growing older, and India is actually not. India is still growing. Now, can you look at this? The orange line of China is going down. The world is flattening, but India is growing. So these are the few things which, makes India a compelling story for us to invest in. Where do we head? We look at India GDP to be at $7.5 trillion. We look at market cap to GDP at 100%. We look at corporate profits increasing to 6 to 7% of the GDP. Equity markets returns of about 10 to 12% in USD terms. And that's the reason why we should be invested in India.
So guys, this is where India stands. And जैसा मैंने आपको बताया भी, in 1990s we had compulsion to open up our economy. But right now there is no such compulsion. We want to bring back the world to India. And that is where the administration and government is trying really hard. And that is the reason why every one of us in India should invest in India and India's story. That is the driving factor, and that is where the returns will come in. Thank you.